Supreme Court justices are expected to follow high ethical standards and avoid any appearance of bias or conflict of interest. They are also required to disclose gifts they receive and recuse themselves from cases where their impartiality might be questioned. However, Justice Samuel Alito did not comply with these rules when he took a luxury trip on a private jet owned by billionaire Paul Singer, and Singer is a politically active Republican megadonor who has funded conservative causes and candidates. He is also the founder and co-CEO of Elliott Management, a hedge fund that has been involved in many legal disputes with foreign governments, corporations, and creditors. Singer's hedge fund has brought at least 10 cases to the Supreme Court since 2008, some of which had billions of dollars at stake. One of the most notable cases was a dispute between Elliott Management and Argentina over the country's defaulted bonds. The hedge fund had bought the bonds at a steep discount and refused to accept any restructuring deal that would reduce its profits. It sued Argentina in U.S. courts and sought to seize its assets around the world. The case reached the Supreme Court in 2014, and Alito voted with the 7-1 majority in favor of Singer's hedge fund, which ultimately received $2.4 billion from Argentina. Alito did not disclose his trip with Singer on his annual financial disclosure forms, nor did he recuse himself from any of the cases involving Singer's hedge fund. He claimed that he had no obligation to do so, because he was unaware of Singer's connection to the entities involved in the cases and because he did not receive any gift or benefit from Singer. He said that he only accepted a vacant seat on Singer's jet for an Alaska fishing trip with other judges and lawyers, and that he paid for his own lodging and meals. However, Alito's explanation does not address the ethical concerns raised by his conduct. First, accepting a free ride on a private jet is not a trivial matter, especially when it comes from someone who has a direct interest in cases before the court. According to ProPublica, a round-trip flight from Washington, D.C. to Anchorage on a private jet can cost more than $100. Alito should have reported this as a gift or reimbursed Singer for the fair market value of the flight. Second, Alito should have been aware of Singer's role in the cases before the court, or at least done some research before deciding whether to recuse himself. Singer is not an obscure figure in the legal and political world. His hedge fund is notorious for its aggressive litigation tactics and its involvement in high-profile cases. His name and his fund's name have been mentioned in many media reports and legal briefs related to the cases before the court. Alito could have easily found out about Singer's interest in the cases if he had done some due diligence. Third, Alito should have considered how his trip with Singer would look to the public and how it would affect the credibility and integrity of the court. By taking a luxury vacation with a billionaire who later had business before the court, Alito created an appearance of impropriety and favoritism that undermines public confidence in the judicial system.